Oh boy.
You got a bush light because you're done.
Yeah.
I got a first form energy so I can make it through the day.
It's early morning.
Cheers.
I'm just going to go to sleep while you guys talk, so go ahead.
Yeah. Tired, man. It's wearing on me.
But we're in Deadwood though.
Yep.
You know. It's a good day whenever you're in Deadwood.
We are in Deadwood. For everybody that doesn't know what Deadwood is, what is Deadwood?
Set the scene, Case.
Deer camp in Ohio. I mean, during the first week of November, it's probably one of the greatest places in the world to be.
Yeah.
Pretty solid.
We were shooting interviews earlier, and I said it's kind of crazy when I think about there's really 2 weeks out of the year that I really, really look forward to. Christmas is the first one because I'm a Christmas freak.
Yeah.
And then the first week of November.
Yeah. We're in it right now.
It's on par. So yeah, we're down here. We got the camper set up. We got we're running a little different camera gear for this episode right now because all of my cameras are in the tree still.
Yeah, that means it's a good place to be.
That's right.
Yep.
That means we slipped out quickly and quietly so we could get back in quick and quiet.
Yep.
So
You know how everything was in the truck? Everything's now in the tree.
Everything's in the tree.
I have the same setup. I walk in and get in my tree and sit down.
Yep.
Yeah, but
dialed.
As whether you're hunting or camera guy, there's no better feeling than slipping out with nothing.
I know.
And knowing that you can just sneak in like a ninja.
I know. I don't know
and
why
get
that
up in there.
is.
Isn't it nice?
I don't know
so
why it
nice.
is. I even took my release off.
You know why? I think I thought about this a lot.
Left the release
I
off.
did. I was like, I'm gonna leave my release here.
Yeah.
It's one less thing I have to
Good call.
carry.
I think it's because it's just so easy to get up and down, like in and out of
Quiet.
the tree. It's so easy.
Without the
'Cause
gear,
it's not-
the
yep.
worst thing in the world to travel with is rattling antlers.
Oh, hate it.
I mean,
I'm gonna make the world's greatest rattling antler carrier
yeah.
because
Actually,
it'd be worth a fortune.
That's a good call.
It would be.
Yeah.
Let's get on that.
Let's get on that.
I'm not
get on
kidding you,
that.
because I'm telling you, man. I've had the rope sling forever, and if I wear one over the shoulder, I go up and I'll do the same. I'll catch a branch behind me, or when I go to do the transition.
Oh yeah.
If I got them in the front,
Yeah.
now they're
Tap,
out
tap.
here,
They're
and now I'm
swingy.
stuck on a seat. I'm going on a seat trying to get around.
You get
Well,
a
yours are
metal
10
tap.
pounds.
Mine are
Yours
160-inch deer.
Yours are
but
made of
still,
lead.
Yeah, they are.
So.
Yeah.
If you hang them around your neck when you climb, it sounds like deer fighting as they're climbing trees.
Yes, that's what it
As
sounds
you're
like.
climbing to your tree stand.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And it's like, oh, they're fighting in the tree. It's amazing.
Or after you rattle, you guys ever do this? After you rattle and you go to hang them up.
Oh, yeah.
So you rattle and then and then all of a sudden you go to hang them up. It goes.
I'm never careful. I'm never careful.
No, I
I'll
just
throw it in
boom,
there.
and I hit the tree
Yeah,
with
make
them.
some
I'm
more
like,
noise.
Sounds like they're just walking away mad. Like,
But you got to let go of them real quick because they could be coming.
They
in.
could be coming, yeah.
You know.
Well, we had a comer this morning. I hit those
about him.
antlers. Bam! I looked up and I said, "Rich, here he comes!" Like that quick.
He was a good
That quick?
buck, dude.
yeah, he's
Yeah.
good.
Well,
He slipped us.
This is a
the
different
other
one.
day.
This wasn't the shooter guy.
Oh,
this
that's
was
a different one?
No, different buck.
Yeah.
He came. I'm still in the mode right now where you got to figure out what mood they're in.
Mm-hmm.
And so he came and I watched him. He went across, and when it was clear that he wasn't coming anywhere near us, I'm like, okay, let's throw a little something at him. Whack! And he turned around and started running. I'm like,
Yeah.
well, here we go.
Yeah.
So,
No, rattling was working early for me too. It was the first sit was time to wake up the woods. I don't very, very, very rarely do I blind rattle. Like it'll be like first thing in the morning if I'm not seeing anything, and then at night I definitely don't. I'm just using it more as a tactic to turn them, like you said. But in the morning I just said, Louis, I think it's time to wake up the woods. That first, let's see, and I hit the horns, and 6 different bucks came in at the same time, which was not good because they were all over us, and I was like he's trying to film, and I'm just reading off like 138 point, not a shooter, 6 point, not a shooter. Like just so you can figure out like where does he have to look at. I mean, it was insane, man. And then I think ever since, just in the past 7 days I've been here, it's different. It's different. It's the big bucks are the 10-foot dance with does right now. Right,
You get a
doe,
lockage.
10 foot and then 10 foot. That's what I'm seeing from the mature deer, at least in the last couple nights. That's what I've seen.
Yeah.
So that's what I had this morning. What did you have on your first sit? Because didn't you do what
I
you
was talking about
normally
the
do?
hang and bang you did. How was your deer movement?
Was it your first sit? I forgot to actually.
I can't remember now.
No, you hunted
I
Jagger.
sat Jagger once.
Oh, you sat one time,
Sat Jagger, saw a shooter walk down the area where we ended up hanging.
Yeah.
Like, man, we got to get a stand there. We all have talked about it
Years.
for how long?
Years.
We got to get a stand on that ridge for west winds because they carry the thicket through and blah, blah, blah. So we took the morning off and we went and hung it. And we were done by 11:30, out of there, back in by 2:30, killed him at 4:30.
It's incredible.
He just came right down the chute. I mean,
Unreal.
it's like, it's just like like you planned it, like we talked about.
Yeah. Like you know what you're doing.
Like but years, how many years have, I've sat that stand for 7 years now, and just looking at where the movement happens, it happens where the stand is because killed there. It's a good spot. But you miss a lot of the core movement. And it was always, how do you get in there without screwing it up? Yeah. Because the wind isn't always great there, but we had these west winds solid for like most of the week.
And it was still for days. Like they're still going to be here for days.
Still is.
Yeah.
So we have Jagger. We hung that one, called him Mick. Now you called him Mick Rip. Yep. So he's Mick Rip because that's where Rip last year. Yep. Rip was literally probably under that tree tending that doe in December. Last time we were over there. So it's just it attracts big deer. It's just the way it sets up, the way the ridge runs, the way the heavy cover runs, and they love running those edges and scent checking and sight checking and doing the whole thing. They just like what big bucks do.
Yep.
So I'm sitting in Trifecta and I get the text message. He's, what is that, 400 yards really? Like if 400 yards probably. He's 400 yards from me, and he sends a picture of the buck, but it is from the stand.
Yeah.
Now, you know as well as I do, and 90% of the deer you shoot, they heel kick, you shoot them nice, and away they go, right? They run away from the stand. And I'm sitting there, and I'm going, I even said it to Louis, I go, he didn't spine him. Like, Jay's not a high spiner. I'm like, that's not something that's going to come out of Jay.
It's
I'm
not my
like,
repertoire.
No, you're a necker.
Yeah, he'll cut the jugular off one, but he ain't got he's not a high spine one. Yep. I said, how did he get a picture of the deer? Like, how did it run in a circle and then come back? Because I've seen that, like where they run and then they come back and they die.
Back to the watering hole.
I'm like, maybe that's the case. And then after seeing the footage, he ran 8 feet and died. Like, that is a heart, like everything just gone.
It was
blew him up.
At Keefer Brothers, our mission is to pass on what the wild has taught us. Every single step into the wild tells a story, and we've spent years capturing those moments in the rawest way possible. So if you're not afraid to step outside of your comfort zone and you want to go further and live the kind of life that most people only talk about, be sure to visit KeeferBrothers.com. Whether you're there for the stories, the skills, or the connection, everything lives at KeeferBrothers.com and the all-new companion app.
Every shot counts. And when it's time to make it count, you want the best. Winchester Ammunition has built its legacy on a commitment to innovation by continuously pushing what's possible. In the heartland of America, the American legend crafts ammunition that's purpose-built, reliable, accurate, and ready to perform no matter how harsh the conditions. Whether you're hunting or shooting for sport, Winchester will be there.
All right, let's talk about beer for a second. You ever notice there's a big difference between Busch Light drinkers and other beer drinkers? I like to say we live on the wild side. You know, a guy with a Busch Light in his hand, he's a man of the people. He's out there in the wild every day. He's in the trenches smashing bushies with a smile on his face. You know why? Because he doesn't care. He's not looking for a soulmate. He just needs something to wash that damn jerky down. And he's got himself a 12-pack of Freedom in a can. And when that can gets cracked, it's like opening a door to a whole different world. It's just a vibe. And if you haven't felt it, you should. So go grab yourself a case of Bushies, give them a rip, and take a walk on the wild side. Wherever your adventure takes you, count on Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's to make it memorable. From the timberline to the campsites to the lake and the range, get your family outfitted with the right gear. With premium brands like Worldwide Sportsman, Ascend, Instinct, Redhead, and Natural Reflections, they've got the apparel and the gear to make it the best adventure ever. Stop by today for a one-of-a-kind shopping experience in-store or online at BassPro.com and Cabela's.com. See for yourself at Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's stores. Your adventure starts here.
It was crazy, man. I mean, he came and I come to full draw, and our scent was in there. We had, we were filming the whole setting the double up, so our scent was in there, and it was a decision: do we go in there and sit it tonight and let the scent settle down, or hunt it tomorrow and let the scent settle down? We're like, you know what? Let's just go in there. Wind's perfect, man. Wind's perfect. So I think he got a little bit of the whiff of, I smell something, you know, on the ground, on the whatever. But he hung up. I came to full draw. He was steady moving. He didn't hear me draw, but he just kind of stopped and was smelling. It wasn't us because the wind was perfect. So he stood there for a minute and 15 seconds, and I stayed at full draw. And finally, he just took two, 3 steps, and I didn't even stop him. Just shot him on the walk. He was a real slow walk. Just kind of followed through. Just smoked him.
Oh yeah.
Rage, both lungs, and he took 3 steps, looking around, and his tongue started to turn red.
Red tongue.
Red tongue. And
Red tongue horizon.
Red tongue horizon. And he took a little, you know, sidestep this way, sidestep that way, and literally crashed 5 yards from where he was shot. And I, you know, shot a lot of deer. Never had a buck, double lung buck shot with an arrow. Yeah. Not like kick and run like that.
Yeah, that's what I was confused.
It was crazy, but
Which is awesome.
I didn't stop him. I didn't you know, grunt to stop him. Yeah. So he wasn't listening. I mean, it was just, he was walking and I shot him on the walk. So, I don't know if I've done that before. You know, it's been a long time since I shot a deer on the walk, but I just felt comfortable with it.
Yeah. Your comfort, go for it. My first thought was AI. I got the picture. I'm like, that's AI. Because the deer was right there out of your stand. And then my second thought was, if it's not, did the neighbor shoot and he ran and died under Jay? Did Chris shoot at Trifecta and he ran over and died under Jay? Yeah. I'm like, what the hell went on here?
Because he didn't say anything. He just sent a picture.
And he wasn't 70 yards from your stand. He was literally right there.
It was right. 15, like, 20 yards.
Yeah, I just,
I knew you guys had thought I spined him or something.
You don't see that.
But I didn't believe it.
Yeah.
I know you're better than that. I didn't believe it. I didn't believe it.
Yeah.
Don't tell my kids.
How's the main footage?
Well, we had 3 camera angles going. We thought a 4th was going, but an old veteran didn't push record. He hit record on 3 camera angles, Richard.
I don't know why you gotta bring it up. We talk about it.
I had to bring it up because you gave us ammo forever.
Yeah,
we show everyone, but we don't have a way to
show you what it looked like, but we didn't have it. No, they got good footage of him on 3 different angles.
I said, well, that's fine. It was just the hardest hit buck I've ever seen.
He's only died in 8 steps.
Died right there.
Yeah, dead in 8 steps.
Dead in 8 steps. Wasn't that an episode?
That was a bear hunt.
Bear hunt we did. Dead in 8 steps.
Saskatchewan?
Yeah, dead in 8 steps.
Volume 2.
That was it.
Cane Lake, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, he was dead in 8 steps.
Yeah. So it was fun, man. You were on your way up or down at the time.
Yeah, I was getting ready to come up.
We came and recovered him and threw him in and came back. I mean, to set the scene here, we're sitting in the
Deadwood.
Deadwood. I'm getting old, I forgot. In the Deadwood corral, and just beyond is the skinning shed we're looking at, where all the pictures, and that's where we skin all the deer. And we've got trailers. We've got 3 trailers that we brought down in the cabin, and we've got enclosed trailers, kind of like our scent area where all our scent and clothing and stuff's in there. We've got the trackers just beyond those. We've got lights, backyard, patio lights that are kind of strung up, and behind us is where we project all the
this is the nighttime entertainment.
The entertainment station.
TV screen right behind us. That was fun, man. We got back. We got fireball shots. A tradition down here at Wolf Creek, and with Jared, as always, it's a fireball per deer. So some nights.
Yep.
Some nights.
And Capper's little guy shot one.
Yeah, shot a great buck.
Old, mature.
Yeah, he shot a great buck.
8, cool deer. Brantley. Yeah, it was a great shot. Crossbow. They got good footage of that, actually.
Yep. So all in all, I mean, it was a good night all the way around. Fireballs and bush lattes, and it was a lot of fun, and we got it done. And it was a good way to start camp, because then from there it was like, all right, we got some pressure off and time to get after it. So.
So I guess if we move progression-wise, you had that amazing morning that you rattled. It was the next morning you rattled in all the bucks. You went into McRib and sat the same stand and had an incredible morning.
Yeah, I had two incredible mornings in there in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we had a sighting. We had a sighting of a big buck. You and Jeff went into what we call Indian Rock, and that started a kind of a progression of trying to hunt a 40 that we don't really have a lot of tech in at all. I don't think we do have anything.
No, I mean we've hunted it very little. It's kind of tough to get into it. It's a big timber section, and you got to come in from the top. And we have one way in, really. You got to come in from the top, and a lot of times those deer are bedding in the day in there, and you just feel like you're bumping stuff. It's kind of like a a rut sit. You go in there and you kind of sit all day and you just kind of let stuff happen. But we went into Indian Rock one evening, and it was probably 20 minutes before dark, and I just hear a roar. Just a roar, and then a roar. Like, that was either two old coons fighting, or that was a freaking giant old buck. Because they only those old bucks sound like that.
It's such a cool sound.
Yeah.
Like when you hear it, you're like,
An
what
actual
the
roar.
hell was
A roar.
that?
Yeah.
It was a
It's
buck
so cool.
roar.
I love it.
And he sounded angry.
Yeah.
And so I'm looking back. Jeff's looking up, forward, and I'm looking back down in the camera stand, and I see just movement and frame. I pulled the binos up real quick, and the first thing I saw was that drop on him.
Yeah.
On the right side, he's a mainframe 9, giant 9, with a big drop. Probably, they're not big drop, 6-inch drop.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily,
It's a flyer.
It's a flyer. It's not
Yeah.
a drop tine. It doesn't come off the beam. It's kind of like a flyer.
Yeah.
That comes down. They're super cool.
Yeah.
Zero information on this deer.
Yeah.
Aside from 2023.
Aside from 2023, I dug in after we saw him, and I found a picture of him when he was a 3-year-old, and 2 years later he's 5, and he developed. He added like 100 inches, which is crazy in mass.
Yep.
And that buck kind of worked his way up the ridge and just didn't come our way. He had in mind he was going up to the top field probably to look for does or whatever he was doing. So immediately we discussed it, and it was time to move Indian Rock. We all talked, and it's like, we got to go where I think he's coming from. It's the bottom, and kind of work our way the other side towards the east. So we ripped that down mid-morning, hung it, found a good spot, went up and changed, went back in, sat on stand, and an hour into it, mature buck is way up, because we're kind of 60-70% down the valley. We're not at the bottom, but we're pretty close in that stand. And he just kind of flashed, and I hit the grunt tube a little bit, and he kind of worked down, but he was following a doe as well, so he was probably following her. Came down to the finger, and he was 50 yards through the shit, and just no shot. He was on that doe. He was doing his thing. He goes out and he comes back 20 minutes later, and he's on that doe. And she came right at the base of our tree, and incredible footage. We had 2 cameras rolling. I had the main camera going, and he got to about 6 yards, and he just he caught movement, or I don't know if he silhouetted us, but he looked up, and he's looking down at the doe. Looks up, looks down at the doe, looks up, looks down at the doe. Yeah. And then she kind of moves a little bit, and he kind of started to move, and Schuster comes to full draw, and he kind of bounds out to 20 yards and kind of quarters away, and Jeff just lets her go. And that Matthew's so quiet. It still amazes me. We've watched this footage a lot. It's such a quiet, and just whack. Right in the really in the shoulder, just in the back of the shoulders.
Hit was loud.
Yeah, it was.
Smacks.
Wasn't high pointed. It was.
It was that thwack that you like. That
a good internal thwack.
That
you
bow
hear it,
sound.
you're like,
yes, got him,
Yep.
got him. That was the sound it was.
Yeah.
But the better sound was what we've now aptly named the tree stand is now called the bowling alley, because it was after the fact the sound of that deer crashing.
Unbelievable.
That's incredible.
For some of us, the hunt never stops. Grizzly understands that more than most. Rugged, reliable, and built to never back down. Whether you're on the trail, by the water, or deep in the dark timber, Grizzly is by your side. Tough enough to take on the wild and ready for whatever you can throw. Grizzly is committed to products that never let you down. Always on the hunt with Grizzly.
Out here in the wild, precision isn't just a luxury, it's a necessity. Leupold Optics is built on the foundation of American craftsmanship, where every features function first. For over a century now, they've combined dedication and technology with a relentless put-it-to-the-test attitude, creating optics that stand up when everything else stands down. When it matters most, you need the best. That's what you get with Leupold Optics. While other companies out there warranty failure, Leupold guarantees performance for life. You've got things that matter. Memories, heirlooms, documents, firearms. And we all know that life is unpredictable. At Winchester Safes, they make sure life's unpredictable moments don't take those things from you. They use state-of-the-art methods that refuse to sacrifice quality. They put everything they have into their products, offering proven protection and peace of mind. There's only one safe company worthy of the title, the American Legend, and that's Winchester Safes. Follow at Winchester Safes or learn more on winchestersafes.com. When you're miles from help, second chances don't exist. That's why we shoot Rage broadheads. Massive cutting diameter, field point accuracy, and devastating results when it matters most. Hunt with Rage.
So
Wait till you guys hear this.
We watched the video when we're all like, all right, let's figure out what's going on here, right? We watched the video and the mule kick and all the stuff that went on in the video, but the shot was the shoulder. And so in my head, I was kind of like, do you let him lay? Do you not? And I think you and Schuster were both like, he crashed. Like, we heard him crash. You should have heard the crash.
Never heard a crash.
I didn't expect to hear what I heard because it sounded like a 250-year-old oak tree fell.
It did.
Like, that's how loud.
And it echoed like through the valley.
It was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you what wasn't going to happen. Schuster wasn't going to let him lay anymore. He had the hot step going. He had fire coming off the soles of his boots going down that trail. Like, I was trying to keep up with him, and he was on. I'm like, you can go past me if you want. And he just gone. He wanted that buck.
I thought I don't know if you told Chris this, but can we get down now?
Oh my God, he was so excited, which I was too. But I love taking it slow because I love the moments after you shoot a buck when you think he probably crashed.
Yeah.
I love taking the time.
Yep.
Yeah.
I love just soaking that in because you don't get that many times in your life, really, when it comes down to it.
Yeah.
But Jeff wanted to go fast. He wanted to go. He was excited. I'm looking at him right now. Just he's listening like the director. Just listen to everything here.
Can we get down now?
He's like, can we get on? Yeah, just let's
shoot this interview. Can we get down now?
Let's get down now.
So we get down and
no, you had a tag. What did you tell him? Didn't you say like, oh, we should look up there, look for deer or something?
Yeah, I said, you never know. I heard Godzilla back there. Let's see if Godzilla comes in. 'Cause that's what we called the big, which we didn't shoot Godzilla, which is what we called the big buck with the flyer.
You're just buying time.
Just trying to buy time.
If he could have, he'd have shot that deer and then ran after him as he was crashing. Down out of the tree, had a safety system on, strapped and running, going right after him.
I was just going to say, I've tried to get out of the tree so fast before. I've done it with my harness on.
Yeah.
And you end up hanging out. You're like, oh, and you're caught. You're like, ah, shit.
Yeah.
Take my harness
Well, it was good,
off.
though. I mean, he was really calm, though. This was a tough shot because he went to full draw to his left, and the buck kind of bounded center, and he just twisted on his, and he's got a hell of a torso on him. And he twists on the old torso and just sinks it. He even asked me, are you on him?
Yeah.
And I was pretty much on him. I just pushed in, like as he shot, I was pushing in to get a final tight focus, and the arrow went, which turned out fine. And we had two other phenomenal angles. So I'm excited to put this show together here tomorrow and this weekend.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, he crashed. The bowling alley happened, and we came up and we discussed it, and then we walked down. And the thing we really said is, okay, shoulder shot deer are interesting because it goes in and comes out so fast sometimes.
Yeah.
You don't know the penetration, what the true penetration is, till you get that arrow and match it up to your other shaft. So we got down there. At least 2 feet of penetration. I mean, it was, and what we ended up.
We all at the same time went, oh, he's dead.
He gone.
He's dead.
Just looking at the penetration of the arrow.
The telltale.
Yeah.
And we started maybe 10 yards in, there's 2 blood trails, one on each side of him, which that Rage went through both shoulders.
Yeah.
That's what impressed me. You think about that shot, the way he was angled, just over 20 yards, 25 yards, to go through front shoulder, through the chest cavity, through the second shoulder, and out the backside. Obviously didn't pass all the way through, but still punched a hole.
But that arrow came out of the backside.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Punched a hole.
Yeah.
The arrow didn't pass all the way through, but he at least punched a hole, and then it worked its way back out this way.
Yep.
So you're bleeding out both sides.
Yeah,
You know what
right.
I mean? Which is, they're going to lose blood twice as fast.
And cool old buck, too. I mean, this buck, the first thing you notice, it's different around here. These deer are long and they're leaner. Yeah. They're not like and we've talked about this, they're not like an Illinois, like chest heavy, deep, chest.
They can't be. They got to climb these damn hills.
They got to climb these hills.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's just how they're made here. The length is easier, over time. They're just longer deer because it's easier to climb hills when you're alive. I have no idea, but they're longer deer. And we got up to him, and his back was, 2 feet across, 2.5 feet across. And it was really just incredible, to see the size of this deer. And when we started to pull him, he's a 250-pound buck. Yeah. And just an old, mature 8, just a baskety guy. It was just a cool deer, man.
Yeah, it's a great buck, man. Cool, it was awesome. I still think he broke his neck.
He did. Because we did go in there.
I still think it wouldn't matter if that shot was in there or not. He broke his neck in the fall. I think he scared him, and the deer went down there and broke his neck and rolled into the bushes.
Yeah.
God, the sound.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
But tribute also to Rage is we did some, doctoring afterwards. No lung, no heart. It went through both shoulders.
Yeah.
And
arteries
and the whole thing. I mean, that's why shooting that 2-inch, cut on contact blade. I mean, we've all shot Rages for how many decades almost until they came out, since they've come out basically. Yeah. And that's why I shoot them.
Yeah. Yep. No, it was awesome, man.
I'm still waiting to loose one. Haven't loosed one yet.
Yeah,
we're getting there. Today was the best sit I had by far.
Talk about
this morning was.
It was a solid 10.
Yeah.
I just saw footage of him in the production trailer.
Nice, real nice 10.
He's solid. It's the same one I showed you in the video. Is that the same one? He was in there a couple days ago and he slipped us as well, but he was down below us.
Yeah,
like he was down in that where Rip was down in there, and he was on does, not coming.
He's living in there.
See, he's there.
Yeah, he came up the bottom. He was in the bottom down there, and he came up with a doe, and then he was fighting off the younger bucks and doing that whole thing. And then he got himself into a position where he got above her, and when he did, she turned and started coming up, which is what I needed her to do.
Yep.
And it was as soon as she did that, took those first like 3 or 4 steps up, I'm like, this is it. Here we go.
Yeah.
And they came all the way up to 50. I just had the top of a beech tree in the way, and that's how it goes.
That's how it goes.
So, yeah, he's still there, though. He's around. I mean, I saw another buck in there last night with double split brows, probably 7 inches long. No idea who he was.
We've never seen him.
Nope.
No, you sent me a text, like double split pictures. I'm like, nothing.
Yeah.
No idea.
It looked like he broke his G2 and G3 both off on his left side. But, I mean, his brow was every bit of 6.
You can fix those. They were 12 inches each.
Split.
Yeah.
You can fix that.
But I caught a glimpse of his right side as he went through, and it was like, I mean, if his left side matches his right, he's mid-50s.
Yeah.
As an 8?
Yeah. No, as he'd have been a 10.
Yeah.
If he matched.
Yeah.
But and then double split brows. But body-wise,
he's a dude.
Yeah.
Solid.
It's so hard in there because you're looking through so many damn trees.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so you catch like glimpses, right? And they stop and their head's behind a tree, but you're staring at his ass for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And as they just go through there, it's like I caught the right side, and then he stopped and he turned his head, and I caught the big split brow, and I'm like, okay, that's what is that?
Right.
You know? And then I'm looking at the beam, and then he turns. I'm like, shit, didn't look like he had tines. So we'll see. Yeah, maybe he shows himself, maybe he doesn't.
Well, it's game on, fellas. We get back in there.
It's time.
So
it's time for you guys to head out. I'm going to head back to Midland to the studio and put a couple episodes together before we all head down to Missouri, and we'll reconvene next week there.
Yep. But, we got all new episodes just about every week and every couple days coming out
tomorrow,
on the app.
First flight, our first episode launches tomorrow. Son Weston, we talked about, I think a couple weeks ago, last week maybe, he shot a good buck in Michigan. So that'll be on it. And then these 2 episodes will be coming up here real soon in the next week or 2. And we got a film dropping here next week too. So lots of cool stuff on the app coming, and we'll keep the podcast rolling as we get down. Winchester team gets in camp. We'll cut one next week, and probably a couple of them next week.
We're going from here to Missouri, and then around from there of where we didn't shoot. But it's a long season here, so and it's close to the house, so I'm not as I don't get as antsy here as I do in other places.
Yeah, that's why I'm going to scoot out tomorrow because it's going to rain here all day. So I'm going to scoot to Missouri. I got to set up camp. We got a cool thing going out there. We got the 10-year anniversary of Deer Season XP, and so we got a bunch of folks joining us. So we're setting up traditional deer camp just like we have done in Kansas over the years. We're going to do it in Missouri this year, so it's going to be a lot of fun.
It'll be fun.
Man.
We'll probably have some guests on the podcast next week around a fire.
Yep.
Should be fun.
Yep. I'm going to rip over there, try and get a couple of days of bow hunting in first before gun season gets here, and then it's time to let the big dog eat.
Yep.
Yes, it is.
Click, click, boom.
Yes,
click,
it is.
boom.
So that'll be fun.
Awesome. Well, let's hit the tree stand. Appreciate it. Thanks for listening, everybody.
Yep.
To the
Live
Wilder
from
Minds
Deadwood.
live from Deadwood.
Yep. Beautiful thing. Drink my Bush Light.
Good.
Mama say it's some new day song.
Seeing your arrow vanish in the dark is pure adrenaline. Nocturnal makes it clear. Bright, tough, and dead simple to use. Low light or last light. Track your shot all the way through. Shoot Nocturnal.
Some call it out on the trail. I like to call it the road less traveled. The kind of place where the going gets tough. That's where Tracker Off-Road comes in. Made for those who won't back down. Tracker Off-Road delivers the hardest working machines with the greatest capability at the strongest value in the industry. Built by those who know what it takes and designed for those who don't turn back. Tracker is dedicated to delivering machines that let you get the most out of your day and your dollar. Ready to take on your next adventure? Go with Tracker Off-Road.
Accuracy isn't optional. It's survival. Carbon Express arrows are built for serious hunters chasing clean kills and confidence in every shot. Across the Midwest or all through Alaska, it does not matter. Hunt hard and shoot straight. Carbon Express.